Tackling the challenging spate of insecurity in the country, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Loki Rabo, says there is the need for increased synergy among the armed forces and other security agencies towards curbing the growing level of insecurity threatening the peace and development of the nation. He shared his thoughts in a paper presented to participants of the Senior Executive Course 43 of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru, Plateau State. Funam Joshua reports. I guess we have to take that report much later. But joining us to look at the rising spate of insecurity in the country and also to look at ways the country can explore to tackle this problem is UK-based security expert Femi Aratokun-Ale. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Yeah, good morning for having me as well today.
Now, let's first begin with the statement coming from the Chief of Defense Staff talking about increased synergy amongst armed forces at different levels. I wonder how you see that putting a spinner to our fight against insecurity. How critical is collaboration amongst the security agencies to tackling this issue?
When you talk about synergy among security officers, security agencies and security departments or institutions in Nigeria, the synergy is key and it's important because if we don't understand ourselves, if we don't know the jurisdiction where we fall into, then criminal activities will always take place and use that as an advantage. However, it has been well said that all security agencies must synergize together, but the fact remains we've not really seen so much synergy. There's this kind of complex rivalry amongst them that they need to really tackle within more like an internal meeting, moving it forward in the country. So this is part of the problem Nigeria is still facing. Police will tell you they don't want to work with the civil defense. Civil defense will tell you they don't want to work with Amotekun. Amotekun will tell you they don't want to work with vigilante. Vigilantes will tell you they don't want to even work with anybody at all. They want to be on their own. So this is a real problem that we see the rise in lack of synergy among all security operatives in Nigeria today.
But it's synergy in itself alone.
Yeah.
Is it enough, rather, to addressing the myriad of challenges we see with regards to this matter?
Synergy alone is not really enough. This is why the use of the style or the adoption of international recognized technology should be used in Nigeria today, which I think we're trying to adopt it, but perhaps maybe we're doing it the wrong way, or we still don't want to see it as a true way in combating crime in the society we have today. So we need to look into that as well and ask ourselves, are we doing enough? Do we have the real technology that will help us, help our security officers to move forward in tackling insurgency, criminal activities in our country today?
And when we're talking about the use of technology, what are we even looking at?
Oh, thank you for that question. That's a very critical one. What we actually are looking at is, can we at least afford the common security style that is adopted all over the world today, which is more like the body cam, the technology used for vehicle plate recognition numbers, CCTV that can actually go heads down to tackle all this insecurity. Do we have it in Nigeria? If we don't have it, the question is, why can't we have a pilot scheme that we project it out and see how it's going to work? These are things I've actually, in one of my recent training program I had last 2 weeks, it was used with the Civil Defense Force in Ibadan, and I could see them asking me so many questions, just like you asked, that what do we need to do? How do we get all this stuff? Why can't we have it? Now, my question to Nigeria is this, or to the federal government is, why can't we have all this? At least to the lowest level security men and women, working in our premises. Let them have it, because once you have it, it serves as a deterrent to criminal activities in our society today.
One will wonder that the government makes so much investment, or has made so much investment into fighting insecurity, and technology not being part of it. I'm wondering how worrisome it is.
We keep saying technology has been part of it, but I've really seen technology being used and used properly to prosecute criminal activities. In some cases, yes, but in some cases, no. take a very good look. If police want to make any recording in any crime scene, they use their mobile phone, their personal mobile phone. That means breach of data again. So why can't we have, yes, so why can't we have a situation whereby you get to your office, you have a separate phone from the forces that is customized for police officers to use, perhaps maybe, in patrolling the beats, or maybe in carrying out their investigations. If you go to some police stations right now today, they do not have their forensic cameras, which can actually be used, across board. They do not even have a desktop in their offices to record data of people, being put down together in the police station. So these are part of the problems we are having. And this cuts across board all around the security agencies we have in Nigeria. Look at our police vehicles patrolling, even the Federal Road Safety Commission vehicles. No dash cam, nothing whatsoever. So where do we start from? It is now high time for all our top officers to start asking questions. Why can't we have this and roll it out en masse and see it working in our society?
Well, we know that Lagos State did something with regards to the body cam. If they have been deployed is another question. Okay. Because we haven't seen much of the security personnel making use of that on the streets. So that is a different question on its own. It should
not even be a different question, Veronica. The point is this: why can't we have strategic, why can't we have different varieties of body cams working? What does it cost business owners, security agencies using it? Must we wait for Lagos State government?
Are they as expensive as it is?
No, they're not. They're actually inexpensive. We have varieties ranging from, probably from few hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, depending on your business, depending on where you want to cover, depending on what you want to use it for. All you just need to do is strap it around your left chest, and whenever you want to record, you tap it and it records straight away. Once you're not using it, you switch it back off. It's as simple as that. Is that too much to ask? It's never too much.
Right. As simple as it is, that you have, as you have pointed out, how much of a difference do cameras like that make in operations?
It makes a whole lot of difference in operation, because that's what we're talking about. Because at the end of the day, what we are trying to say is this: once you put it on and once it's going round that way, it deters criminals from probably harassing police officers. It deters criminals or any violent activities happening, because the first thing is you have to let them know that, look, whatever you say is being recorded and is being heard over the camera.
But
so
sometimes that makes people violent, as it is being said, because
it
it feels that you are infringing on their privacy.
No, it comes with training.
Right.
No matter what you do, there should be law guiding it. There should be civility around it. You just don't misuse it. You just don't use it anyhow. Okay. There should be a way to use it.
How? Tell us how to use it.
The best way to use it, before you even go out, there should be like a brief in the security ops room that, look, before you go out, if you want to do anything, let them know this is the situation, and let them see you doing it the proper way. Not maybe you're being dodgy doing it, or you're probably trying to victimize people with it. No, it doesn't work that way. The way it does work is, the moment you see an incident occurring, or you're about to visualize that an incident is going to occur, then you switch it on straight away. Or if you see that someone is trying to attack you, let them know that, look, if you come close to me more than this, or perhaps if you try to assault me, I will put on the camera and it's going to record you, and we're going to use it to prosecute you. That is the simplest way of using it. It brings about civility. It brings about honesty between the member of public. Does it really
bring about honesty and transparency? Because there are those who think that it just gives a partial view of what is going on, unlike when you have the other cameras.
You see, it does give, because whatever you're saying is being recorded as well. However, it's not going to video you or capture your own view.
That's it.
But however, whatever you say will be used, because we have experts that will definitely analyze everything in its use and what is being said and what is not being said. There's a part of the reasons why body-worn camera has been used successfully abroad, and we should adopt it. At least, even if we want to start having an argument over it, let's have a pilot scheme. Let's have a project about it for at least a year and see how it's going to go. Let's give it to our security officers out there. Let's give it to our last man. Let's give it to our police officers, civil defense. A lot of people will use it, and we see how it's going to work. Let's give it to our club security officers. It will work for them. It saves lives as well. But if we're not looking into all this, then we are making a very big problem.
All right. Now, one other aspect, still talking the use of body camera, is data collected. These videos.
Yeah.
That's usage. You know how we are in this part of the world with data and documentation of data.
Yeah.
Very poor as it has been evaluated. So that is another aspect that is of concern.
To that aspect, as I've said, there should be a way of collecting our data, and this is something that's not going to be used with a memory card or, you know, what's it called, all this story thing. It has its own inbuilt that you cannot even tamper with. Really? So yes, so it's, as I've said, we have different types of body cam. So the moment you are being given one, once you are out there and you're back from your beat, all you need to do is submit it to maybe the security IT department in your security team or with your security team, and they will not be the one to download and see all your activities all through the day. And
it can be tampered with at that point?
No, it can never be tampered with because it has its own date and time, everything well recorded. It's just a switch on button that has been perfectly done, and it has never been tampered with. Even if you try to tamper with it, experts will know that this stuff has been tampered with. It's that simple.
So there has to be the chain of an expert
who
can interpret everything that has been
There has always
done.
been a chain of experts that will definitely interpret everything, and even if you want to use it in the court of law, it is much more easier to use rather than an eyewitness. I say, you know, when you start having all this conversation, it
where information is filtered.
Yeah, but with this one, it records life history of whatever is really happening at that point in time, so they can see the footage, how it happened, how it's been done, and all the rest like that. Take a very closer look at the issue of George Floyd. When he was killed, even the body cam the officer used was actually used in prosecuting him himself. So a lot can actually be done, a lot can be achieved. We can see results happening if we adopt the use of technology, even around external patrol, even in the bush or in our forests that we have. Yes, a lot can be done, and I think government should look into who are the people that can actually adopt this and make it happen for us.
All right, quickly, one last question. So how do we build synergy amongst security agencies?
Well, it's all about, you know, understanding themselves. Openness and transparency must come in. So the idea of hierarchy, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but we should try to tone it down and make sure that the business of the day is all about protecting lives and property in our country.
Absolutely. That's a fine place to leave this conversation. UK-based security expert Femi Aratokun-Ale, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.